All right, welcome back to the SPOD Pod. It is super wild card weekend. It is 10, 15 degrees outside down here in North Texas. It's cold, it's Sunday, and it is an hour away from a Cowboys playoff kickoff. We've already got two games that have finished up yesterday. Two pretty rough games to watch, quite frankly. We had the Browns really just get throttled in Houston at the Texans. Texans 45, Browns 14. What did you guys think about the game?
Uh, I thought going into it, I thought the Flacco magic was going to run out, and I was 100% right. But
Yes.
no, the Texans played their butts off. CJ Stroud looked incredible. Like for a rookie to make that performance in his playoff debut, crazy. So definitely a good win for them. But a few things that I think contributed to it, but we can talk about that later.
Yeah, I mean, I think a big part, something that I really didn't know until I was kind of driving around during that game and people were talking about it on the radio, things like that. That I was very high on the Browns defense, but it looks like truth be known that defense was actually the worst in the NFL when they played on the road. They allowed
Which is crazy and a little fishy,
29.6 points a
Jim
game.
Schwartz.
I agree. I think it's weird. So that's a stat line that I definitely didn't know. I respected them as a top two or three defense in the NFL. Quite frankly, they played like it at home, but they just couldn't get it done on the road to really a pretty young football team. That team, the AFC, better watch out because the Houston Texans are coming.
Yeah. No, I mean, really the biggest surprise for me was the Browns defense and just their inability to just contain CJ Stroud. I mean, even the pressure that they like would put on him and when he was there, he was feeling it in the pocket, was able to, extend the play. And the way he would stand in there and take some shots, it kind of goes back to what we were talking about with Michael Penix earlier this week after the national championship. And you can tell those guys that are able to make that step. They're able to feel the pressure and make the plays in spite of it. And CJ Stroud did that. I mean, anytime he had pressure in his face, he was making a big play out of it. So it
And
was
you
just
can
it was
watch this
incredible to
kid.
see.
He just looks like he's having so much fun out there.
Yeah,
He gets to the sideline and he has that cool, calm, collected look to him, but you can tell he's just holding back the biggest grin. He's so happy to be having this success, and good for him, man. I mean, a lot of people wrote him off
yeah,
coming out of Ohio State. The S2 test, the cognitive testing. Everyone was saying that basically makes or break a quarterback. A lot of people were talking about his really low score and saying, hey, maybe this isn't one of those guys, but he has proven the world wrong on that.
yeah. And credit to
Um,
D'Amico Ryans too, dude. He
yes.
had that team ready to go every time a play was made by the Browns. There was 4 or 5 Texans right there to make a play. Um, it- they got a good young group too on the defensive side of the ball that is just they're hungry, and you could tell Will Anderson is just an incredible defensive player, and D'Amico has those guys looking sharp at the right time. So it'll be fun to see where they can take it, through the rest of the AFC.
Speaking of the rest of the AFC, we had another kind of thought of as a AFC heavyweight matchup last night, exclusively on Peacock. So I know a lot of people were watching that one, but I watched a little bit of the game. I watched the beginning, the end, and a little bit in the middle, and it was really just kind of an ugly game. Chiefs handle Miami 26-7. The Dolphins looked obviously way out of place, being in the one of the lowest games ever recorded in the NFL history. The Chiefs didn't seem too bothered by it. They started a little sloppy. Well, they started first drive. They came out with a touchdown and kind of slowed down after that. And then in the second half, it just got really out of hand. Tua, you could tell he was very uncomfortable. Tyreek Hill, I think, went for 60 yards. Tua was 20 of 39, 199 with a touchdown and an interception. Pat Mahomes, 23 of 41 for 262 and a touchdown. But the person to talk about, obviously, the Chiefs defense played great, holding Miami down to 7 points. But Rashee Rice, the rookie out of SMU, I think it was a top 4 rookie performance for the first playoff game for a wide receiver of all time. He went 8 for 130 and a touchdown. And that might not sound like a lot, but in those conditions yesterday, how hard the ball was, how cold it
Yeah.
was out there, that's a big deal for a rookie to go out there in his first playoff performance and put up numbers like that. So congrats to him. He's steadily made his name for himself this season, and it looks like it's just going to continue.
Yeah. You want to talk about like somebody that a rookie that's taken advantage of the situation, the best in the NFL? All people talked about all year was like, the drops on the Chiefs side from guys that they went out and got, some guys that they've paid, guys that they've kind of leaned on in the past, as far as Tony, and then who's that other receiver they've had for a couple years?
They have Hardeman out there,
Hardeman,
Valdez
yeah.
Scantlin.
And so, like, guys that they traditionally have been able to get the ball and kind of leaned on, and all the drops this year. Then Rashee Rice comes in and just has steadily become the playmaker for that team, especially as Travis Kelce has had a downturn this year. But I was one of those people just kind of caught glimpses of the game online or whatever. I did not buy Peacock. Roger Goodell, you're a sick human for making us do that. But I think from the things I did see, the defense on the Chiefs side, I mean, their game plan, I feel like they executed it to a T, because a few of the plays I watched, their corners, they took advantage of their length, were just jamming the guys on the inside and just letting their defensive line get to it before anything could happen deep.
Yep.
And it was a perfect storm with the conditions too, no pun intended, but it just helped to have long corners be able to jam Tyreek off the ball, and then the defensive line finished it up pretty fast. So
Got a
Hey, what I
little
will say. Oh, go ahead. Yeah,
got a
go ahead,
little
Trev.
activity in the comments. No opinions, just straight facts out of Ben Hayes.
Okay, what's he
We got
coming with?
KT scared of the ball. CJ Stroud has the good Lord on his side, and
Hey, he
apparently
definitely does.
coming down from the top, we've got news that Aaron Rodgers is in fact starting for Green Bay today. So
oh,
Oh, oh, really?
yeah,
Did Aaron Rodgers text in?
yeah.
I think we might have actually had
dude,
a person that was from Green Bay that was thinking about calling in and giving us a little pregame. Let me see if I can get him on the dial. But in the meantime, the reason why we are here, obviously, Cowboys playoff game in AT&T Stadium. Green Bay Packers are in town. Jordan Love and this young football team. I think I heard something earlier that was saying that this is the youngest playoff team in the history of the NFL since the merger.
oh my.
So that goes to show you the great team building that this team is looking at going forward. It's got to kill Aaron Rodgers to hear that stat line, knowing how many years he was there and wanting a team around him. And it looks like that they're finally finding some weapons. Some of these young kids coming around. Will it be enough to shake this Cowboys defense? There's been talk. Do we come out early and are we deferring, playing defense? Are we going to put the offense on the field and just get them behind early and go for it and just try to end the game in the first half? What is your approach to this game if you're Mike McCarthy? How do you handle the game management in the first half? What are we looking to do here?
Take the ball, go down 7-minute drive, score, kind of assert your will and show them, what we've been doing at home all year long. The offense, just stay in rhythm, call the plays like he's done great at home all year, and then let your defense clean up. I think you got to take this Cowboys team. It's known that we play better with the lead. We're not a team that does well coming from behind, even if it's only 7 to a young football team. Uh, sometimes that's the worst thing. Young teams, they don't know what they can screw up and where they're at necessarily, so they kind of come out on fire, balls to the wall without a little of the hesitancy.
Nothing to
So
lose
yeah,
mentality.
so I think you gotta take the ball and you just have to run it down their throats. Kind of try and get the run game going as early as you can, and then let Dak and CD eat after that. So
My favorite
that's
thing to
my
watch
thought.
the Cowboys do on an opening drive is get the ball to 5 or 6 different guys.
Yep.
Get the um, Devontae Turpin touch. You get the. I mean, I didn't hate the fullback getting the ball until he fumbled it a few
Yeah.
weeks ago. But getting the ball to different guys, I think, is a huge asset that the Cowboys have that we don't necessarily stick with. We kind
Get
of get into the
get
same
Ferguson set up
routes.
early and feed that man.
Get them fired up. Get everybody else fired up.
I think you said something important there. We definitely do. We have to get the run game going, but I think ultimately, I think this game is going to be laid on Dak Prescott's shoulders. I think that they're going to tell him to go win us a football game. Don't give anyone any questions. Just go out, do your thing, win the football game. I think we're going to throw it. I think we're going to be able to throw it. I think CeeDee Lamb is going to feast. I think that this, I said it earlier in the week that this Cowboy or this Green Bay defense, they've kind of middle of the pack road of the way. Quite frankly, everything I've been hearing this week, this defense is actually quite bad. They're not going to be able to stop anything. So if we do come out here flat and give them any kind of hope whatsoever, that's how teams like this stick around, fight with you. They're young. You said it, that mentality of nothing to lose. They're the 6 seed or whatever, 7 seed, whatever it is. They're young, the youngest playoff team to ever be in the NFL. They have nothing to lose. They will come out, and if you give them a chance to stick around, they will stick around with you. And you've
Yeah.
seen this defense play late in games, close games. They've been known to give up, a game-winning drive at the end. So we don't want to
Yep.
play with that. Don't play with your food. Chew these guys up. Get rid of the game. Dak Prescott out of the game by the fourth quarter. Cooper Rush in there, slinging it around. Let's go get this thing.
Yeah. Another thing too, like tone setter, that first defensive drive, we need to come out and set a tone quick, because if they come in and just start running the ball like they fully expect to do, I mean, everyone knows that they're going to try and get Aaron Jones started early. He's been a monster the last 6 games, so
Yep.
we have to be able to kind of show them we're going to stand up to the run, and this young rookie QB is going to have to beat us.
Yes, absolutely, and that's the key thing. There is you make the rookie in playtime. He's not a rookie on the in the NFL. Obviously, he doesn't count as a rookie, but
Right.
He's never been here before. Okay,
No.
He's never played in this stadium. Last year we played Green Bay, and Jordan Love was not the starter. This is going to be a little bit different for him. This is a 16 win in a row team at this stadium that they're playing at today. I want to say that that's close to an NFL record for home games consecutive wins in a row. So it's just a different place. The fans are great. We have to go out there again. Start with the football, Mike McCarthy. Take the ball down the field, score, and then let your defense go get this young quarterback.
Yep. I can't
Final
wait, dude.
projections. Are you changing anything on? I had it at 31-17. I think you were 28-17. Travis, you were 28-10 on yours, which I'm really digging that. I think I'm gonna stay put. I'm not giving them more than 17. I'm not giving us I'm not giving us less than 31. That's the minimum spread there. 31-17. It might go more. They might get less. I like Travis at 10 down there. I think that this game isn't close. I think that the Cowboys come out and really show everyone that this team does mean business this year. And quite frankly, here in 2 weeks, we'll be playing in the NFC title game.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm not changing anything. I think this is a different Cowboys team than we've seen in the last few years. Going into the playoffs, the mentality, the way the guys are talking, and I really hope it translates on the field, and I think it will. So I stick at 28-17, but yeah, it would not surprise me if we go 35-42, somewhere in there. I would love it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Some keynote. Go ahead. Did you want to do anything with yours, or are you sticking big guns? The defense still going to stay up at the 10 mark that you got?
I'm gonna stick with it. I like y'all
I
floating
like
the
it.
idea of it going over 28 for us, so
Yeah.
I'll hang
And
with it.
I think big time note that we didn't touch on earlier. The inactives list came out for this game. It dropped about an hour ago. Your offensive line is completely healthy. Well, I say completely healthy. Your offensive line, all your starters are there. Tyler Smith, we talked about it. He's dealing with the plantar fascia tear, full tear. He can play with it. They talked about it. He was potential to play even last week. He could have played last week. It's all about just pain management. This dude's so doped up right now. He's ready to go. It doesn't matter. Zach
Strong
Martin's
like bull.
back in the lineup, all clear, all team healthy. No weird inactives this week. It's your normal, your third quarterback, your emergency quarterback, Trey Lance. He'll be suited up, but he's inactive technically. Matt Willetsko, guys like that. Your full roster's here.
one that makes me a little nervous is Stephon Gilmore. I know it's a shoulder, so he can still run, but they're going to go at him just from him being the oldest guy, Deron having the year
Absolutely.
he's had. So they're going to go at him. I hope he, from everything
That
I've
is
read,
an interesting
sounds like he's
point.
ready to go, but he's going to have to make some tackles.
I'm ready to see how Dan Quinn attacks this offense. We keep talking about these young weapons. We're calling them weapons that they have. I haven't seen these guys play. I've seen guys like Christian Watson torch us last year, but ultimately, I haven't seen this. I don't know, their concepts. I don't know what they're running around with, deep routes, crossers, what they're doing. But I'm ready to see how they attack us and what Dan Quinn does about it, because I've
Yeah.
heard a lot of good things about these young receivers, but ultimately, they're still young receivers. We have a lot of veteran leadership on this defense, guys that have been around a long time. Uh, something also that something that the Cowboys or Mike McCarthy, I guess, does throughout the regular season is the captains each week are kind of a revolving thing. Give different guys a chance to be captains each week, kind of leadership role. But for the playoffs, they released that the captains are now set in stone. You've got Dak Prescott, Zach Martin, DeMarcus Lawrence, Brian Anger, Brandon Aubrey, and there was one more. There was 6 total. I think one more. Stephon Gilmore. So all your guys out there, your veteran leadership, great to have leading this team through the playoffs.
Yep.
I got one thing to add there. Just things make me nervous. Things I'm watching is we've had a few instances where tall, physical, fast receivers can get over the top of us, and Christian Watson is that dude. So
He is, yes. That's scary.
something to be nervous about, especially if they get put to sleep with Aaron Jones running it. So
Well, and you talk about put to sleep, and we got another question in the chat. How many trick plays are we going to see out there today? Seems to me most of the Cowboys still believe in Santa as easily as they're tricked. Um, That's a valid point, and I think it's
Yeah.
something that you could see. Again, it's that same mentality. Green Bay is going out there with nothing to lose. You're going to see everything out of Matt LaFleur's bag that he has his best stuff. I mean, you're going to see it.
Yeah.
They're the 7 seed. You're the 2 seed. They're not supposed to win this game. Their season's supposed to be over. They're going to try to make it not be the case. So, good point there on the trick plays. I think trick plays are definitely going to be something that we're going to see potential on the first drive, trying to get a big shot to one of these speed guys that Travis just brought up, Christian Watson. I could see, a flea flicker, a reverse pass, something like that to try to get a guy open deep.
Yeah. That's just Micah just has to all the talk he's made, everything he said over the last few weeks. That's where he gets to make his money. He has to wreck every play that they try and do like that. That's what he's there for. Is to be in the backfield to not allow them to do that kind of stuff. So, and then special teams, dude. We got to win on special teams. We've had some instances where we gotten beat on stupid fake punts and things like that.
I
But
would not be mad if we trotted Brandon Aubrey out there on like 3rd down on the first drive just to give him a field goal, to give him some confidence back after last week, dude. Just, hey, we got you, dude. Go out there on this first down and on the 20-yard line, kick one through there and call it a
yeah,
day. Go hang him up
yeah,
for the rest of the day because we're about to score a bunch of touchdowns.
he'll be good, dude. I'm pretty confident in that guy. And honestly, I am happy that it happened last week.
Yes.
Like, just let it happen last week. Let him figure out what it feels like to miss and get back into practice and get his rhythm back.
And
He'll be
he's got
fine.
confidence,
Rhythm's
man.
a
I mean,
great
he
word.
missed two kicks all year. And
Yeah.
you're right. It is the rhythm. His rhythm is there. I think really that block screwed him up on the second one. He was trying to rush it probably and yanked it and ended up bouncing it off the upright. So,
Yeah.
no worry on my part for him. Like I said, just obviously they're not going to do it on a first down or whatever, but
Let's get
let
2
him
or
go
3
out there and kick.
touchdowns
Yeah, go
and
out
then
there and let him
hit
kick
a
a few. Yeah.
60-yarder before the half.
Don't be aggressive if we've got a good lead. Let him go out there and kick some balls through the uprights and have a day.
Yeah. No, I'm with you, man. I'm just excited for the game. I'm ready.
All
I just
right.
want
Well,
kickoff to be here.
we're 40 minutes till kickoff. I'm gonna go wrap up some stuff before this game kicks off. I think that was a nice little pregame chat. Is there anything else you want to get into? You want to change anything up? I couldn't believe that the Steelers Bills game actually got delayed.
I know. Probably for the best, though.
It is.
It's a
Obviously, they
win for
want
all
their
the
fans. Their fans want to be able to be there, get there safely.
and it's a win
Absolutely.
for all those idiots like Kurt Warner that think every team should have a dome. But I still
Yeah,
am adamantly against that.
as part of the elements, man. That's why you play
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh,
So
does Micah finally get a holding penalty today? I think that is a great question there. I
yes,
think I think that would be a safe assumption. I think that
it's got eyes
especially
on it
now in the
now.
playoffs, exactly. There's a lot less teams playing, obviously. Everyone in the entire world who's trying to watch football today is going to be watching the Dallas Cowboys. So I don't think the NFL wants that problem. I think that this has been something that the Cowboys have talked about and been very upfront about with the NFL front officing that, hey, look, this is insane. They're sending them pictures, clips, they're sending all the evidence. They do all these reviews after these games and send their grievances to the NFL about the officiating. And I promise you that's been at the top of their list. I'd be very surprised, very, very surprised if we don't
Yeah,
see a holding call on Micah today.
I'm with you.
Um, Other than that, Rams Lions tonight should be a fun one. I think that I don't know what I ended up going on this one, but I think the Rams win this one. Laporta's supposed to be playing, but I don't know the way people have been talking about this Rams team this week really kind of has me nervous. Um,
I'm pulling for the Lions, man.
I am too. I want the Lions to win. I think that'd be great. I'm super stoked for that game. It is a great slate of football for today.
Yeah, no, for sure. I hope Jared Goff gets their win. They get their revenge. Detroit gets their first playoff win, and then uh,
And
maybe they
then I
can.
guess Philly and Tampa Bay. AJ Brown confirmed not playing Monday. I think Devonta Smith was sitting out of practice earlier in the week. I don't know what his status is now, but man, the Eagles, what a collapse that they've been kind of going through here.
Yeah,
Do we think it's going to be enough still for the Bucks to pull that one out? I don't know. I hope. I think that would be great, but ultimately, Eagles probably find a way to win that game. I think it's going to be a fire sale in that coaching staff if they find a way to lose that one.
yeah, I'm with you. I think the Eagles pull it out. I hope they don't, but I think the Eagles will. They're veterans and the playmakers that they do still have playing. I think they're just going to be better than the Bucks, but hopefully not. Hopefully I'm wrong.
All right. Well, I think that's going to wrap up our little pregame episode here. It is Super Wild Card Weekend, Cowboys football, Cowboys playoff football. It's Sunday. We're going to be playing that primetime slot. Green Bay Packers in town, dude. I cannot wait to watch this team, see how they come out. We'll definitely be coming back in after the game, not tonight, but sometime next couple of days. Give a little recap, see what we thought. Hopefully, we're all in happy moods and we're moving on and inviting the next team to town next weekend.
Yep.
Sounds good.
All
Go
right,
Cowboys.
boys. Thanks everyone for joining, and we'll see you guys next time. Go Cowboys.